batch today, which I think will be fun to put together. But yeah. So I am going to pull up this stream, make sure it's all running, and then get into building. So I've got all my parts ready, and should be a good time. The first thing I am going to need though is one of these, I think. But let me first get this thing. Go. Here we go. And there we go. All right. So the first few parts I think I'm going to need are going to be these plates and then after that should be good to keep on going. But what I'm working on right now for it is a section of the build very similar to what was built for the modular police station from a few years back. A very similar concept to that one. So I've got it pulled up right now so I can see what exactly I'm building and putting together. Yeah, I just sort of the perfect design for particular corner of the build that I'm doing at the moment. So yeah. Get that one done. And we'll see how it goes after that. Got a lot of these 1x2 tiles for today. Quite like the look of those. I think it's a nice part. And yeah. All right. There we go. I think I'm gonna actually break these up just a little bit more. There we go. All right, that should work. And back to this part of it. In there, one more of these, and that guy can go there. Now I think, looking at the build, I've only need him on one side, so that's what I'll do. And I think I'll need these right here. Here, and there we go. All right, so I'm gonna leave that one as it is for now, and continue to build up and see how we go. Hello. What do I need here? Probably a 1 by something. Bring that right to the edge. Let me see. these plates around. And get a few things moved over. I am building the French Dispatch, which is a Wes Anderson movie. I'm building the main building from it, the actual French Dispatch building. So, in a bit of a modular style, and yeah. Now I've just got a whole lot of tan to start getting into. So I'm working on it for a convention pretty close to me in November. So getting it done and ready for that is. After this, I'm probably about 60% or so of the way there, so getting there with it, so pleased with that progress, but yeah, it's fun. I enjoy working on builds like this and all those conventions and stuff. It's always a fun time. Sort of building 2 floors at once today. I want to sort of, it's already gotten quite tall, so I don't want to get it too much higher, so I'm gonna reduce the height of the next couple floors into just above probably closer to 1.5 floors instead of 2. Alright. Gonna need 1 stud more, I think, but I think now I can move on to that next floor, as long as I'm gonna have to I have a few things pulled open on my computer right now for a few builds and ideas for it, but other than that, I'm pretty much just going at it. And I guess I've got the last floor to compare, so makes it a bit easier because it's relatively symmetrical from floor to floor. Now let me see if I can fit with one of these great pieces, and it looks like I can, which is quite useful. I did size it up great. They are playing quite well. Yeah, I think they've got the best record in the American League, almost the best in the league, so I definitely didn't expect that to happen this year. It's been fun to see and watch. Dropped something. Yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It's nice to see him win, especially with how they're doing it. I feel like it's better than, I think it's one of my favorite teams I've really seen of them. It's quite nice. So, it's definitely been good to see. Maybe, but I don't know if they should make a ton of changes. Like I don't think it's probably the best idea for them to trade away some of the guys that have made the team or got the team where they are now, to get new people, but they definitely, I think, need a few things, so it will be interesting to see what they do, but I don't necessarily think there's a ton that they need to do. Of course, any team probably would want more pitching, so that's probably would be a pretty good thing to get. So I'm sure they'll make some moves, but I don't know how many, and how many are really overly necessary with where they're at right now. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Yeah, I saw that one right before I started this, and then Josh Naylor, who's from not too far away from me actually. Quite close. A bunch of those guys. Denzel Clark for the A's. Josh's brother Bo. I think they have another brother. So yeah, they're those guys were not too far from me. So yeah, I'm always excited to see Josh Naylor doing well. So hopefully he can do well with Seattle. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the Yankees if they can start doing a bit more, because it's definitely not the best stretch that they've had. So, and I guess two of the last few series they've had to play the Blue Jays a couple times, which hasn't gone too well for them. But yeah, I wasn't expecting some feels like pretty big ones this early on. So excited to see more from the deadline. But yeah, it's interesting start to it all. Yeah, like I think the Blue Jays are probably pretty good at this point. I would assume they probably won't just completely fall off. Like at this point, like I feel like I keep expecting it to just end, but they've had the best record now like since May, so early May. So it's lasted a whole lot longer than I was expecting it to. So it will be. I think they'll be trying to pick up a few guys, but they do have a few guys coming off the injured list soon. So when they come back, hopefully that adds something for them. But yeah, there's not like that much. Like I guess if there's one thing that I could get, I wouldn't mind having the Blue Jays get Paul Skeens. I don't think the Pirates want to trade him, but I'd be fine trading the entire farm system for him. So I'll go with that as like what my wish list for the trade deadline. So. But I feel like they might as well trade him now, get the most they can out of him. It's not like they're gonna sign him in a few years, so. I don't know if I necessarily would want to give up half a minor league team to get him, so who knows. But I guess that's what I'll go for as what I wouldn't mind getting. All right. Yeah. Like, I just don't see the Pirates signing enough guys to keep them long term, so don't seem like they do that all that often, so if they're gonna lose them, might as well get the most out of them right now. Alright, what do I need here? I need this. And one of these. But I have enjoyed seeing them beat the Yankees for 2 series relatively recently. That's been, that was a fun time. It's been completely sold out, all the home games. They've been, yeah, I remember, I think it was last year, a former Blue Jay, Rowdy Tellez, I think, he was about to get to his, the amount of at-bats he needed to get to to get his whatever bonus, $500,000 or $1 million, I don't know what it was, but it was his bonus for the amount of at-bats he would get to, and I think they DFA'd him a day or so before that was about to happen, so yeah, that's the one example I've seen of that from the Pirates, but I quite like their jerseys though. I like the yellow and black look. I like that on a lot of sports teams. I quite like the Penguins jerseys in the NHL, but I also just like Penguins, so whatever team was gonna get named after one. But yeah, it looks like a pretty nice one. I don't really like the look of the renderings that Oakland has for their new stadium. It doesn't look really like a baseball stadium to me. It looks sort of like an amusement park or a shopping mall or something along those lines. Not really a baseball stadium. So that's those ones. I definitely wouldn't. I don't think I would have designed a space like that for the baseball stadium, but I guess it fits Las Vegas and that scenery and what's around there. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the look of that one. I think it will be kind of architecturally impressive in a few ways, but oh, that's interesting. I was quite impressed by the look of the Rogers Center this from a few days ago with their Yankees series as well as the series against the Giants, when it was just really full. The weather was nice, the roof was open, and I thought it looked really nice. Like, I still don't think it's not a ballpark, it's a big stadium, but like I actually liked the look of the Rogers Center or the Sky Dome for like the first, I feel like one of the first few times I've seen it. I thought it actually looked quite nice. So yeah, I don't mind it too much. That's I'll have to look at that. I enjoyed the All-Star game for I thought that was sort of a fun one in Atlanta, and the home run derby was a fun time as well. I've enjoyed watching baseball recently, especially with a solid Blue Jays team. I'll have to check it out. All right. That should be enough right there. I realize I haven't really supported this column as well as I probably should have. I'm gonna have to order a few more of those grow pieces before I finish this. Yeah, it was fine. Like, I don't really take those ones all too seriously, so like I don't really care all that much about what they decided to do, but I think it's a fun idea to end it that way. I thought it was a decent way to finish it, and yeah, I thought it was a fine way to finish off the game. I did really enjoy the actual home run derby though. That was a fun one. I always like that one each year. It's always I think that's probably my favorite event of the whole thing. Certainly a fun one to watch, and I certainly enjoy that each year. It's probably my favorite of all the things, but yeah. I think out of like all the All-Star games, like I really liked what the NHL did this year with the like Four Nations one during what would be the All-Star break, I believe. I thought that was an interesting one. So I think it was 1993 or I think it was 1993 after they won the World Series for the first time. I believe that's when they did it last. If I'm remembering it correctly, I think that's when it was. So I know there's been a lot of talks about them hosting it for one of the next few years. Either like 2028 now is the target one. So I'm sure they definitely want to have an All-Star game, especially with the new renovations. I think they would quite like to do an All-Star game. So yeah, I think the last like major sports All-Star game though, I think the Raptors had one not all that long ago. Actually, at this point, it probably is like 10 years, but I think that's the last time they hosted something similar. But yeah, it's certainly been a while. But I think they are at least in the hunt for another All-Star game. I wouldn't mind checking that out. I think I wouldn't mind going to one, but yeah, it's definitely not the most important baseball event for me to go and check out, but it seems fun and interesting enough, so I'm sure it's a fun time. But yeah, I'm just interested to see what the Blue Jays actually can do for the rest of the year, because it just, I feel like it should just end. The hot streaks just lasted much longer than I would be thinking it would, and then it just keeps on going. So maybe they actually are a decent team. But I find the funniest thing about it is that it's not like it's like a decent. It's the whole lineup doing it. It's like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is really not producing in terms of like home runs all that much. Santander, who they got as a free agent in the offseason, has been either injured or not really done much. So it's been an interesting season, but it's the whole lineup doing it, and the pitching's been pretty solid. So I've been impressed by it. The city as a whole has definitely seemed to get quite excited for it, though. It's been pretty full. All the most recent home games, which is been fun to see, and yeah, I've enjoyed it, watching it, and I hope they can keep it up. They did pretty well last night against Detroit, so probably facing them at sort of the best time they could. So yeah, I'm impressed with them right now, and I hope they keep it up, because it's been a fun time watching them play. All right, getting through what I want to work on with this one today. I think, actually, looking at it, by the look of the parts that I've got here, I think I'm going to have a decent amount of extra dark brown bricks, which will certainly be quite helpful later on. This gap, but yeah, I'm gonna be close to finishing the exterior after today, because I have some parts for the roof, but I don't think all of the things I need for it, so we'll have to do that, and also plates just for the next section of the build. All right. I realize now, once I add the next section, it's really actually gonna increase in height, I think, quite a bit. It's getting tall. Last build I brought to a convention was quite short in comparison. It was long, but a bit short. I guess it had a little bit of height, but I don't think it's not close to what I'm getting to for this one. I'm gonna need to add a few more plates. And for this, and then I can start actually supporting this, which happy to do that. And actually add a little bit more structure to it. There we go. 1x3, and that will do that. Now, just for reference, I think I'm going to probably remove these windows after, because I'll be using them for a different section of the build. Alright, Oh, wonderful. I've got to the height that I need. I guess, actually, I'll just leave these in there for now. I don't think I will need a floor above that. Alright, perfect. Let's start finally actually connecting that column to the rest of the build. Been waiting to do that, because I would prefer that the thing stays intact. And just like that, the build is kind of nearing its completion, I guess, actually. Interesting. All right. That one there. That one there. That one there. A few more of these masonry bricks. I love working with the masonry bricks. They're definitely some of my favorites to use on any sort of build. They're quite interesting, and the texture on them is quite nice. Adds an interesting aspect to builds, and quite pleased with it. All right, so I think all I need to do now is get up to the height that I'm at now, and it will be done. Perfect. I just found these in the bin. These 1x6 bricks that are interesting. Few masonry bricks in here. I guess the one it seems like I'm using the most of is the just the 1x1 bricks. Interestingly enough, didn't really have expected that to be my most used part. Alright, so that one is completed. And then a few more masonry bricks around the build. It'd probably be best if I didn't do that, so that I only need to use one of these 1x1s, because I'm getting a bit too close to running out of them. But I don't think I really need to worry about them too much more, because I think it's pretty much complete. So, what is left to do? Let me see. Alright, gotta add these pipe parts around the build, and then these guys, which I think instead of having it to the end, we'll start it there, which gives it a bit more of an interesting effect. Continue it down as many studs as I can. That is, if I actually have enough of these and can in fact get to the end. I'm actually gonna have to take that one that I put there and add it onto here. Alright, there we go. And the next bit, so that this continues as a modular and can have a roof that snaps on and off. Interesting. I like it. It's actually a bit sturdier than I thought it was going to be with how it was coming together there. Let me see, do I have a window for perfect? There we go. And then a 1x1 plate will solve everything else. Fantastic. All right. Well, I think the next part of this is probably going to be just simply right in front of the camera there. Gonna take the base and before I do that, I've got some couple parts to just add onto here. 1x1 plates will work well. Alright. I took them out and then actually didn't even place them. That's a bit stupid. All right, there we go. All right, I think it is in place. Cool. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is move this over to start. Ideally, not knock it off the edge. I've got these plates here and a roof. And now, since I did use up all my windows, I'm gonna have to get more of those, so won't be able to complete a ton of the roof, but I can at least keep it close. I'm actually growing to like the thing. I don't know, I'm pleased with it. Alright, so let's see. This. Okay. Well, that's fine. This. How many studs do I need? Alright, that'll do it. So that is that. Now for reference, to keep me in line here, let me see. So the first window starts 3 studs off. Then it's 4 studs from there. 4 more studs from there. 4 studs from there. And one final one, 4 studs from there. and that gets us an equal number. Alright, I shouldn't need too many of those left for now. Alright, so the last bit of the facade work that I want to do is in terms of getting this piping done. Let me see, can I fit two? No. Alright, there we go. And let me just move this to the side. There we go. Alright, now on the other section. Just less than 3? I think it might be just less than 3. Or is it exactly 3? It is just less than 3. Alright, that's a little bit disappointing. Might be able to fit a one type of part in there, and it should continue that upwards, so I think I'm going to be fine with that particular element. Now I think looking at it, there's one thing I do need to, might have to come back and work on, and that's adding another window above a particular section of the build. Knocked over the parts that I'm actually going to need, which is not the greatest thing. Alright. Push this over here. I'm going to need the book, because I need to see how exactly this roof is put together. So I think, actually, might get lucky here and only have to have this thing one stud deep, which should be quite nice and certainly would help a little bit. This together now. Alright. Leaves that. Alright. actually. Okay. And this is where sort of need to align where exactly these windows are gonna go, with a bit of a placeholder masonry brick. Alright. Now this dark blue is a very nice color. I haven't, I really can't remember a time I've used, that I've had the chance to use this color. So I'm excited to do so, because it seems like a very nice Lego color. Now let me make sure. Okay, those windows look like they're lined up. Perfect. Alright, so it's at this point really just how tall are those windows? They are 2 studs, I think. We're gonna need 5 more of these bricks to get a better idea in terms of reference of what exactly these guys look like, or how tall they are. I don't really care too much beyond that. And now I've got one particular part that I'm sort of excited to use, since it seems like an interesting shaped piece that I haven't really got the chance to use. So I do need to extend it about one stud higher, I believe, to really get a good feel of it. This one straight up, and now I realize for these supports I should just probably by rights be using parts, because I shouldn't really have any reason to use anything other than those. Alright. Let me get these in here, and then I can start adding the next few sloped elements. I guess I was actually going to use them a little bit to do one piece of building with it, but I don't think that's allowed. And I think I'll have plenty. All right. And just need the 1x2s now. Oh yeah, okay, that'll do it fine. I'll just need to order a few different dark blue elements, but past that, I think it should be fine. And after 3 more of these, the roof at its at least highest point will be done. All right, what do I need? I need 1 more of. Did I run out of them? Oh, good. All right. Cool. Alright, so that, actually I'm going to keep it down here so that I can size up the back end, which will be, I think, by the look of it, easier to put together. So I really don't need to worry about slope, just need to worry about getting it to the height of the last section. All right, good there. And that. Leave this, and I'm just going to fill in what I've got the masonry parts here in order to get to the desired height. Solves that one. And I just have 1 more of these. I'll put that in the middle and just finish getting the slope of the roof. I realized looking at it now, I actually ordered a pretty good number of these. I think I pretty much got it as close as I could have. So pleased with that. And there we go. Good. All right. That is about where I need it to be. All right, so I think after one little bit that I've got to do, I think that's it today then for the roof. How much more size-wise do I have to go? Okay, still have a few more studs. Cool. Okay. Gonna put these dark blue parts away in the last part of the build for today. Is just gonna be putting a little wall. I think, actually, I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I think I will. Actually, I don't know if I have the plates to do it at the bottom. Let me see. How long do I need to go with this thing to get it to... All right. Cool. Got the length. And now I've just got to put this guy together and make it so that it can actually reasonably connect. All right, there we go. And that will just fit right in there. So many studs. Tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Build it up to 11. And go from there. Three studs now. Done and complete. Starting to get a bit lower on the pieces, but I think I've still got enough to get me through to the end. This part of the build, I wasn't sure if I wanted to build this particular wall or not, but I'm going to, more so that the roof above it has more support than just nothing. So probably wouldn't. I just think I should give it a little bit more support. So I'm gonna add the roof on top of it that I've just built. And I realize now, I was thinking about 60% of the build. Almost the entire exterior facade is actually complete with this section of it, which is not what I really was thinking I was going to get to today. So happy with that. This wall is actually turning out to be a decently strong bit of structure, but if I am going to do anything, I need to make sure that I am consistent with placing the certain parts. Just going to create a couple, just one shape, I think, just right there. Just add something a little bit different in there. And I think I'm getting at least pretty close now to the height that I need. Now I have, let me see if I have enough. Oh, that's 3. I don't think so. Yeah, actually, I can probably still use these 3 for a bit more bracing of the wall, just giving it a little bit more support. Now, actually, I realize I don't need it. It's pretty much right at the top, so I think it will be fine. It certainly is. I had a whole bottom section that wasn't in frame, so I just added what I was working on top of that. But yeah, it certainly is. All right, perfect. That wall is now in place. And just to finish it off for today, I'm going to add my, at the moment, temporary roof. Not a finished one, but just to get at least a reference of height. And the front section of that as well. of it. Alright, let me just see what exactly I need in terms of additional plates. There we go. And there we go. Okay, cool. Alright, I think I am now pretty much done for today. Yeah, I realize I need a couple windows above those ones because those look a bit short right there. Need to do a bit of work on the pipes, but then really the only thing that's left is finishing off the back of it, some interior work, and the roof. And I realize now that I got more done today than I was really kind of expecting to, so that's good. Yeah, it was fun to work on today. I guess right before this stream ends, I need to go over the Death Star minifigures that leaked today. Very happy that Palpatine, one of Palpatine's advisors is in the set, wanted one of those guys. Galen Erso, which was another one of my wish list items. But the one issue I have with it is that the figures just feel like low versions. Like very low effort versions of each character for the cost of the set. And I definitely am going to be a lot harder on this set than most, given its price point, than most sets. But yeah, it's I'm excited for a few of them, but I'm really disappointed. Like characters like Han don't have like side light printing, or the Imperial officers have some arm printing on it. I was just sort of expecting that. With that, need to see the build first, but maybe at some point. But it's definitely not. It's not at the top of my list of sets to pick up, especially with, I'm assuming, the size of it. I definitely don't have anywhere to put an $1,000 Death Star or whatever it ends up being here. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. It looks like I'm sort of disappointed with the minifigure lineup. Also, not totally disappointed. It's just feels like they're not the best versions that you could get of the characters. Like I saw Princess Leia, like I feel like she should have a dress piece that has front and back printing, but instead it's just plain white legs. And I don't think like C-3PO doesn't have like the arm printing and stuff like that they've been giving him in sets. So it's a weird one because there's definitely going to be a ton of figures, but just not the best versions of them, which I think is a bit disappointing. But definitely excited to see the build. Yeah, it'll be an interesting one, and I'm interested to see it. But the Black Pearl is definitely the one that I'm the most excited for, and the one that I will definitely be picking up whenever that comes out. September 13th or 14th, or whenever it is. It's sort of a weirder day, I think, if I remember seeing the release of it. But one set that I actually am sort of considering picking up, I think a couple of them. I think it was Jack Sparrow, Elizabeth Swann, and Gibbs. I don't think they were fully complete versions of the figures, but at least some of their prints and such. But one set that I am sort of considering picking up is the Arkham Asylum from DC. It seems like a really cool modular building, and I might have to pick that one up. So I'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching the stream, and don't know when. Probably next week, I guess, will be the next one, but I don't know what I'll be building there. Definitely have to crack open something that I've got sealed. So yeah, that's about it for today. So thanks for watching, and bye.